Hello and welcome to our first video message. I'm Mike Marangola and I'm here with Grant Siebold and Trent Siebold. We are from the Marangola Financial Group, and as you know, each month we usually mail out a letter on a topic that we think would be of interest to you or has information in it that we think you need to know. We've been doing that pretty much every month for the past 32 years. We're still going to continue to do that, but in an effort to get more relevant information to you quicker and hopefully in a better format, we are launching our new video channel. We decided to call it The Emperor Has No Clothes, where we expose the truth. It's a reference to the Hans Christian Andersen fable, The Emperor's New Clothes, where the moral of the story is to trust one's own self and communicate honestly. And it's in that vein we wish to be helpful through these and other video messages in explaining how changes in the current financial environment, tax, legal, investment, geopolitical, may affect your financial life. We want to be a source of good information to help you understand what's going on and, more importantly, how it impacts you. One that is timely, insightful, relevant, non-judgmental, and non-political. For our first video message, we're going to talk about the markets because it feels like they haven't made any progress in about a year and a half. And that can be frustrating. It can try one's patience. We get it. So let's talk about it.
The market is down around 10% from its highs earlier this year, and some people are calling this a market correction. Market corrections are never fun, and there's no way to know for sure how long one will last. Historically, the average correction lasts for around 4 months, with the S&P 500 dipping around 13% before recovering. Of course, this is just the average. Some corrections worsen and turn into prolonged down markets. Others last barely longer than the time it took for us to record this short video. Either way, corrections are not something to fear, but something to understand and plan for so that we can navigate through it and come out the other end still on track to achieving your goals. To do that, it's helpful to understand why the markets have been sliding pretty much since July 31st. We use the word slide because that's exactly what this correction has been. Not a sharp, sudden drop, but a gradual, bumpy slide like the kind you see on a playground. Do you remember how the markets surged during the first 7 months of the year? We were still coming to terms with high inflation and rising interest rates. Many economists predicted that higher rates would lead to a recession, but that didn't happen. The economy continued to grow. The labor market added jobs, inflation cooled off, people got raises. As a result, many investors got excited, thinking maybe the Federal Reserve would stop hiking rates, or maybe even they'd start bringing them down.
So fast forward to today, the economy continues to be healthy, inflation is lower than where it was a year ago, and unemployment remains low. But the markets, they're forward looking, and they move based on either their excitement for the future or fear of it. And these cheery numbers are no longer generating that same level of excitement they did earlier in the year. The reason is there are storm clouds obscuring the sunshine. While inflation is much lower than last year, prices have actually ticked up slightly in recent months. And anytime inflation ticks upward, some people get concerned that being the beginning of a second wave of inflation or more interest rate hikes, and maybe a repeat of 2022. The consumer, it's about 70% of our economy, continues to spend. But how long can consumers continue to spend is an open question. The Fed's rate hikes, while cooling off inflation, have been cooling off parts of the economy too. And there are storm clouds on the geopolitical front too. There is horrific violence in the Middle East, political turmoil in Congress, an ongoing war in Ukraine, and a potential government shutdown later this month.
So the question really is what does this all mean for you? I think we need to prepare ourselves for three possibilities. Number one, the market slide continues and this turns into a bear market. Number two, inflation remains under control. Demographics, innovation, and consumer spending power the markets higher. Or number three, the markets continue this tug of war, this back and forth. Of course, there's no way for certain to know which scenario will win out, But there is something that we do know and that we want you to know. We are prepared for all three, and we continue to monitor your investments daily. For those who have cash to invest, now may be a great time to put money to work because we want you to buy low. For those who are taking money from their portfolios, we plan for market corrections. We've been through this before. We believe we know how the story ends. We believe we're going to get through this one too. We continue to keep you appraised of what's happening in the markets and why. We continue to make sure that you're positioned to have the best probability of meeting your financial and your life goals. We'll always be here to answer your questions and address your concerns. In the meantime, our best advice for you today is to go out and enjoy your life. Make the most of today. We focused on your investments so that you can focus on why you invest. And of course, that's to create happy memories and live life to the fullest with your friends and with your loved ones. Thanks for watching.